The beautifully rugged country surrounding Oklahoma's Wichita Mountains is home to reintroduced herds of bison and Rocky Mountain elk that freely roam what used to be the epicenter of the Southern Plains Indian Range. But it is also home to some of the best whitetail deer hunting in the Sooner State.
And spreading out beneath the awesome grandeur of Tarbone Mountain lies the Cook family's Tarbone Ranch, a place that has been the focal point of some of the most special memories in my life and home to some of the most valued people. This is a place I only share with very close friends. And today, one of them, Safari Classics Cameron Kuenzar, is here to hunt big Oklahoma whitetail.
Cameron has hunted whitetail on Tarbone several times, but until now, all his shooting has been done through his viewfinder. But today, he's behind his Ruger and Dave's behind the camera as Cameron hunts the biggest bucks of his career with guide Hunter Cook.
This was a hunt I'd been looking forward to for a long time, and for reasons you'll soon understand. Great friends, great deer, and a magical place to enjoy both are coming your way next as we open the pages of Trijicon's World of Sports Afield.
I tell you what, driving through the Wichita Mountains always puts a smile on my face because it means we're going to a truly special place in my heart, and that's the Tarbone Ranch. But this time's even more special because this week I'm getting the chance to trade in the camera for the Ruger. How's it going? Hey, Tammy.
Oh, it's so good to
It's great to see you. I'm so glad to be back.
Oh, good to have you back. Cool.
I know. Feels a lot different than last time we came out here.
Right?
I don't know if you remember that. It was like 90 degrees when we showed up.
Welcome to Oklahoma, huh?
I know. You know, this summer, the Safari Classics team, we sat down, we're putting together a hunt schedule, and so I asked Dave, you know, we've been coming to the Tarbone for a few years. I asked him if we were coming back, and he said, of course we are. And I asked him, well, who's the hunter this year? And he said, Cameron, it's you. So I've been counting down the days since that moment, and now, today, that's the day. We're finally here. To this hunt.
Oh, me too. And Hunter's really looking forward to it. So it's all going to be good.
Yeah, him and I have been texting, so
yeah.
we've been getting each other pumped up.
Oh,
so
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can't wait.
Yep. It's going to be good.
Doing a little sighting in at 100 yards. This should be about 3 inches high. So we're just going to throw a couple down range and see how it goes. Check the bullseye. So yeah, I knocked the I've been a cameraman for far too long rust off. Made sure that it was on at 100 yards. It's a little high, and then I compensated and we're dead on. So that'll be a dead deer tomorrow if things go well.
The plan this afternoon, Hunter is, he's an emergency room doctor in Oklahoma City, and he's going to have to work. He'll probably be in about 8 o'clock tonight. So Cameron is going to go set in a field that he really likes. I'm going to go to the other side of the property, way over to the other side of the property, and sit in a spot that I can get a good view into a lot of country, and we'll just kind of compare notes when we come back in. Tammy showed me some of the deer that are on the management buck hit list that Cameron's going to be looking for. So we'll leave the rifle in the house, but tomorrow morning Cameron's going to hit the ground running, and hey, maybe we'll find a big buck tonight. Well, this is Cameron Kuenzar's third year to come up to the beautiful Tarbone Ranch here in Oklahoma. And you know, the Cook family, I've said it before, I'll say it till the end of my days, their family, this is my second home and absolutely one of my favorite places to be, especially if I'm hunting whitetail deer, which is just great here on the Tarbone. And Cameron's been up here filming. He's filmed, you know, myself on a hunt. Last year he was up here, he filmed his dad, Scott Keith, and my good friend Robert Allen on a great whitetail hunt. And you know, Cameron has that camera on his shoulder and he takes it all over the world with him. But Cameron's a hunter, and don't ever think that it's just as fun to hunt with a camera as it is to have the rifle on your shoulder. So this week, Cameron and I are going to switch roles. I'm going to be following Cameron and Hunter Cook as we do a great whitetail management buck hunt here on the Tarbone Ranch. Over the years, Cameron and Hunter really became good friends. They're both Oklahoma Sooners, a thing I forgave them for years ago, but you know, they really have enjoyed a special bond, and it's all centered around the great whitetail hunting here. So today, I'm gonna grab the camera, he's gonna grab the Ruger, and we're gonna have a great hunt before it's all over.
Well, Hunter, I'd say this is a pretty nice looking morning for hunting.
Yeah, we've had a nice cold front come through. The weather's actually pretty calm today, so it should be a really good morning to get out there. And we were out here a couple days ago, and they've really been hitting these areas of acorns really hard lately. We've got one good crop of acorns in one specific spot that we're going to sit in a little clearing next to. You know, we kind of got some good ideas last night, and we put a little pop-up blind down here between the acorns and a place where they bed down, and so where they catch them, go into the acorns, coming from the acorns. I think it's going to be a really good place to get a lot of traffic this morning.
Well, Hunter, living in Dallas, Texas, I think this is the first time I've seen the sun in 2 months, so I think it's safe to say we got the morning I wanted, but the deer didn't think the same. Didn't really get the deer that we wanted.
No, I think they're afraid of the sun. It's supposed to stay clear for the rest of the day, so hopefully the afternoon's got a little bit better.
Let's just hope maybe they're sleeping in. I will say though that, you know, over these last few years coming out to Tarbone, there seems to be a consistent theme that there's been a bunch of mornings that have started out this way where we thought for sure it'd look that everything would be out, but just nothing will be moving. But every time that happens, it seems like that afternoon, just every deer in the county comes out. So I don't know if you've seen that as well, but it just seems like that's a running theme out here.
It definitely seems like that sometimes. Hopefully this afternoon's the same way.
Yeah. We'll find out, that's for sure. When you come to the Tarbone, you know it's going to be a good hunt, but it's much more about the people. You know, the Cook family make you feel like family. They make you feel right at home. And Hunter and I, since we met, we've pretty much hit it right off the bat.
Yeah, I've gotten to know Cameron pretty well over these last few years, and I'm sure that when he found out that he was going to be on the other side of the camera, on the, behind the gun, he was just ecstatic about being able to get out in the woods and hunt with us.
Well, Hunter, if you had me pick out one place on Tarbone that I'd like to sit at, this is it. This is the prettiest spot, in my opinion, on Tarbone Ranch. I love it out here. You know, we're actually about, I don't know, 8 yards from where Robert and Dave last year, they got that 8-pointer to come up to, I don't know, 20 yards from them? What do you think, 20?
The footage looked pretty close.
He had more patience than me because I would have been shooting. But you know, it's also actually, later on in that hunt, I actually came and sat back here at a blind pretty close. And I saw a lot of the ones that are back this year that we think may be potential shooters for this hunt. So
yeah, there's a lot of activity back here usually. We haven't seen a ton this year, this fall yet, but as this rut's coming on, they're going to start spreading out, and this is going to be the place that they den down.
We'll see. A lot changes in a couple days. We saw it last year. So
Keep an eye out here.
not too bad. We think that the cameraman brought the same luck that he had last year. Yeah. So
Don't take him with you tomorrow.
I think we may have to. We may just set it on the tripod and let him sit somewhere else so that they'll come towards us.
Yeah, we can handle it.
Yeah.
They were moving yesterday afternoon, so we'll see.
The tide turns in the afternoon, that's all we got.
This afternoon will be the ticket.
Let's hope so.
So Cameron, this evening we're gonna go and sit up one of the corners of the land where these deer have been bedded up. It's a tough place with the wind. If the wind will stay true like it is right now, it's got a little bit of north in it, we should be all right. But this field that they're in, or the thicket that they're in, the wind is going to be blowing into it, and so there's no great place for us to be. We're just going to try to get on that side of where they're going to come out, and hopefully that keeps them, you know, on our upwind side. It's going to be a little delicate, but I think that's kind of the ideal scenario for today. We've seen these deer on the trail cam this morning and last night out there, and hopefully they'll come out again tonight, and we'll see.
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right.
Once we looked at the trail cam footage, we made a decision to move our pop-up blind. We're going to move it to this lower field where we were seeing some of the potential shooters and see how it goes.
We definitely kept our effort going forward. We all know that these deer can change from 1 minute to the next, and it only takes a few steps of a big buck to change an entire afternoon and hunt for that matter.
So if you can hear those booms in the background, it's not Jurassic Park and it's not thunder. We're actually pretty close here to Fort Sill, and they're doing some maneuvers, some training for the Army in the mountains. So there's no thunder yet, but we're fingers crossed we'll have some thunder before today's over.
So it's getting later in the day and there's been no activity in our field, but Hunter looks up and looks into another field and says, "There's a buck in that field. Let's actually take a gamble." So we got out of the blind and made a last-ditch effort to go see what was going on in the other field. When we got to that field, it was simply just not shooting light. The conditions were not well and they were on high alert. But we did spot a buck in that field. It kind of hit the list for everything we wanted. He was a big, old, high 8. He was beautiful, and it just wasn't optimal shooting light for camera. So we decided to let him pass that night, but we knew where he was hanging out now.
So we were sitting on the blinds, and the next thing we're moving out. We had kind of got a glimpse of some deer just in the other field next to us. So we sneak in there before it got too dark. Unfortunately, the does were between us and spooked us before we could get close enough to get a shot on the bucks, and then they were gone by the time we got a good look at the light. But that's how it goes.
Yeah, we'll give it a try. It seemed like there was a real skittish doe over in our field that seemed to be keeping normal deer astray.
I think it's the same doe has just slipped down this road same way we did, and they were just between us. So, well,
that's hunting though.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll be back at it.
Try it again.
Yep.
Trijicon's World of Sports Afield has been presented by Trijicon, brilliant aiming solutions. DSC, conservation, education, and protecting hunters' rights. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Voigt Harness Company, Mud River, travel, train, hunt. Ripcord Rescue Travel Insurance. Sports Afield Trophy Properties, the Wildlife Gallery, and by Sam Hunter Training, because you only get one first shot.
Well, Hunter, you know, there are times in whitetail hunting where pieces fall all together, right weather, right scenario, and, you know, just everything goes right. This week has not been that.
It's really been an unpredictable week. You know, here we are, we're at 18th of October. A couple days ago, Mom from the house was able to video two big bucks getting after each other, you know, really fighting hard, and we kind of thought that was a good sign. Maybe we'd see a lot more activity. These deer are really still acting like it's mid-July. They're coming out very early, very late, if at all. I think the best plan for us is going to go back to where we were this morning and see what comes out there. Got a lot we can oversee right there. You know, it's the same area we're overlooking as where we snuck in last night.
Yeah.
We saw those bucks. It was too late. It was dark 30. We could hardly get light to shoot, let alone light to get a good camera. And hopefully, you know, if we're there and they'll come out a little earlier for us tonight, and we'll be on top of them before they show up.
We had a long walk in, and of course it rained on us the whole way down. We were really underdressed. We had a strong north wind blowing right in our faces, and if the camera's shaking, it's not Dave's fault. I think I was shaking so hard that the whole blind was shaking. It was really a tough afternoon. We were so underdressed and just beaten by this north wind that it was just miserable until finally we had one good change of luck and the buck of our dreams finally came out.
I think that management buck, that 8-point buck is going to be a management buck we want to take.
So management bucks here are really difficult to define. We've been watching these deer for a long time, and we know for sure this deer was at least 5.5 years old. You know, if he was going to be bigger by now, he would have been. And so it made it a little bit easier when he finally came out, especially watching him chase those does. It was fun watching him chase the does. He went out of the field there. So when that deer went out of the field, I made my call that this was the deer I thought we should take, and I confirmed that with Cameron with a fairly quick nod. Dave also seemed to agree pretty quickly, and so it was on. We knew when that deer was coming back out, we were going to try to get a shot on him.
Okay, Cameron, looks like that doe's come back into the field. Yeah. I think that management buck, that 8-point buck is going to be a management buck we want to take.
Okay.
Once he turns broadside, Dave, are you good?
I'm ready. Okay.
Yeah,
Y'all ready?
Let him turn a little bit more.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
He's going left.
He's going left.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot again.
He's down. He went down. He's kicking. Okay. Looks like he's good.
Oh, yes.
Congratulations.
I'm pumped. This is awesome.
Let's go look at him.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think that's gonna work.
Oh. Ooh. He's even prettier on the ground.
I thought he's gotten bigger.
Hold on, let me make sure he's dead. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna set this right here. Oh. This is awesome.
Be yours?
Thank you very much.
Oh, yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is really special for me. You know, I've been a cameraman for my whole adult life pretty much, since college, and I've gotten to film some pretty memorable moments, but there's a difference between being behind the lens and getting to pull the trigger, and this is really special to me. And on top of that, you know, I've become really good friends with you and with your mom, and I've had some really cool moments out here, and this is just adds it to the list.
It's been a pleasure every single time you've been out here. You've been mostly behind the camera, but I'm glad that we got you one in front of the camera.
Well, I'm stoked about them, that's for sure, and you knew that. I definitely knew it when I got over the gun and we finally decided to pull the trigger on him, but
yeah.
I can't thank y'all enough, and I can't thank my guys at Safari Classics enough for letting me do this. This is really, really special to me, and
Yep.
I hope we make more memories out here, but this will be a memory of a lifetime. You want to come look? Do you like him?
Yeah. He's so pretty.
He is. Every buck out here is pretty.
Look at his fluffy
This week was not easy, but we did get the job done and we sealed the deal, and I am over the moon about this buck. I mean, he's everything I wanted and more, and he's going to be about so much more than that. When I look at him up on the wall, I'm going to remember this week, and I'm going to remember the Cook family. You know, over the last few years I've gotten close with them, but this week takes it to a new level. You know, I feel like I am part of the Cook clan now, and I couldn't be more happy about this week.
Cheers! Woohoo! Ching ching!
Congratulations.